Hello there, and welcome to Live Music and Me, a series of music podcasts where we ask some of our friends to come on and talk about their gig memories. Today's guest is the singer, songwriter, and cultural alchemist, Liverpool's very own Peter Coyle. Hope you'll enjoy this one. All the best. Peter, good morning. How you doing, sir?
Good morning, Brian. How are you? All
I'm,
right?
I'm very well, very well. Where
Good.
where did we find you today?
In France, in Cahors, like southwest France. That's because that's
Fantastic.
where I live.
Oh, we're
And
trying.
where are you? Where are you, Brian?
I'm on a Riviera, but I'm on the Clyde Riviera. It's not quite, not quite as exotic, but oh, that's fantastic! A transatlantic podcast. That's great. Across the water.
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. I hope the signal holds.
But don't start talking French with me because I'll turn into Del Boy.
Okay, I promise you I won't. Okay, so are you ready to have a go at live music and me?
Yeah, cool.
Good man.
Great.
Okay, let's kick off then. So tell me about the first gig that you ever went to.
Ooh, what was it? It was either Queen or Kate Bush.
Right.
Is that right? It's either because they were a week, a week between one
Uh-huh.
another, and we were in a band called Ethics,
Right.
and so we did our gig, and we had, oh no, we just done it. Whatever we were all we just done a play. That's it. We just done a school play, and we
Right.
had all this stuff on our face, the white stuff. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
So we went to the gig with loads of it still on because we couldn't get wash it off, and but it was I think it was Kate Bush at the Liverpool Empire,
Okay. Wow. When would
um,
that be? Roughly?
79,
79? Right.
'79.
Was that first tour that she did off the back of
Yeah, it
Wuthering
was.
Heights and all that, right?
And then it was oh no, you know what? I've got this wrong because I've been to the I went to Eric's, didn't I? It,
Okay.
it'll be either magazine or Ultravox, but with with Fox. What's
John
his name?
Fox.
John
John Fox.
Fox.
Yeah.
He's great. So or even or no, maybe the Laters were supporting him, but I think it was either Ultravox in 77, 78,
Yeah.
or magazines 77, 78
Eric's.
at Eric's, yeah.
Magic.
And
Magic.
but it was the matinee
Okay. Right.
because I was
Yeah.
too young
Too
and not
young.
cool. Still not cool. Still haven't. But it was in the matinee, which I thought was really lovely that they did that. So I turned up with my flares,
Uh-huh.
right, which wasn't cool.
No, not at all.
And
Bit proggy.
yeah,
Yeah.
totally proggy and just not with it. But and then you see like the lads from Ultravox just walking past you and going in, and you're like, wow. But for a young kid who's got no sense of like that you're allowed to do that
Yeah.
type of thing,
Yeah.
it was mind blowing to just see them in the flesh because they were bigger than
Yeah.
the big, and so it was really, really lovely that. And John
And a
Fox,
great sound as well, of course.
yeah,
Yeah.
brilliant. And brilliant. I mean, John Fox is so underrated.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know if you've had him on, but
No, no,
he,
no.
he'd be brilliant. He's so underrated and so talented and creative and still at it. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And um, some of his those early songs of his were just mind blowing.
Mm. Absolutely.
Um, and with Ultravox, I was a massive fan of that
The
version of
original.
Ultravox.
Yeah.
I love Midge,
Yeah.
but I, I, creatively, I'm more at ease with
Yeah. Fair
John
enough.
Fox.
That's good. Two cracking gigs, whatever order they were in. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
And cool as well. Normally the first gigs are pretty uncool. You know, it's usually
like what
someone
with
dodgy.
yours?
Rush.
Rush, oh, well, that's not uncool.
It's
That's good.
passable. Yeah,
Yeah,
79 at the Apollo, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
We've had a few belters on from some of the guests, as you can imagine.
yeah,
So,
I can imagine. Because I see, like my dream would have been to see the Lamb Lies Down
oh,
Broadway
okay, generous. Yeah.
in '74, but I was just too young.
Yeah, me too, mate. You can't do everything, can you? It's
No,
just
no.
just the way it is. That's good. That's fantastic. Okay, so what about the last gig that you went to?
Uh, oh God, this is like an Alzheimer's test, isn't it?
If it's too tough, we'll move on. It's fine.
No, 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 no. I'm sure that the last gig I went to, obviously not my own. Um, I know I went to see Peter Gabriel, but that was a few years ago.
Okay.
But that was like at one of these big venues in London,
Yeah.
like something like, is it the O2?
The
Is it? Or,
O2. Yep.
I know I went to see Peter Gabriel because my mate gave me tickets, so that was nice. Uh,
That's another Genesis connection.
well, yeah, well, he's
Yeah.
my,
Yeah.
I love him, I
Great
love him,
guy. Yeah.
and it, um, massive influence on me. And I nearly wanted to go to the Paul McCartney gig in London, but I
Right.
wasn't able to make it.
Right.
So yeah, it probably I can't remember, but it might have been the Peter Gabriel gig
Okay.
in the O2.
That's okay.
And, that I'm not used to going to those
Mm.
big concerts. Do you know what I
And
mean?
was he okay? I take it it filled the room, right? His sound and stuff was good, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
sound was amazing. I mean, just yeah, just the quality was just intense.
Yeah. I can
Just
imagine. Good. We'll give you that. Okay. What about your first gig with a partner? Like a gig date?
gig days.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean with Stephanie?
Well, whoever it was, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, it was Stephanie. Bless her, bless her. So,
Uh,
uh, I know we went to see Robert Palmer. It wasn't the first one, but
right.
we went to see Robert Palmer, and and for me it was mind blowing because I'm like, Stephanie's got two drummers. He's got two drummers, and he's like, the first time. So we had the drummer from Elton John on stage. He
Yeah.
was on the right side of the stage, and on the left side of the stage was another drummer who I didn't know. I think I knew, but I've forgotten. And but for me, and also Robert Palmer's like a proper, you know, he- there are people who are dead good at stuff,
Yeah.
and he's, he was
Yeah.
one of them. And so I was just like mesmerized because it's the first time I saw two drummers.
Yeah.
You know what? I think the last concert I went to on my own might have been King Crimson in Paris.
Okay.
And they had three drummers. So yeah, I think that was it. Paris, King Crimson,
Yeah.
Robert Fripp, and bless him, Robert put me on the guest list.
Oh,
So
fantastic.
that's me name dropping
Name
there. But
checked him. Yeah.
yeah, name checked him, but bless him, what a genius, and the three drummers on stage. But anyway, back to Robert Palmer. He had the two drummers on stage, and I said to Stephanie after it was in the Royal Court Theatre in Liverpool, and I said to Stephanie, "God, that was great, wasn't it?" And she said, "No, he loved himself." And I'm like,
Yeah.
because we were at the front of the gig,
Yeah.
because there weren't that many there, and the sound was amazing, and I said, "What?" Because he was looking at us. And I'm like, what you'd expect? He's on stage singing and he's got it. And, yeah, and I wouldn't blame him for looking at you, girl. You know what I mean? You're a good looking girl. But it's
Yeah.
because he had a suit on
Yeah.
and,
Yeah. So was this
so it was
around
like,
was this Addicted to Love time, kind of in that before
no, it was
before that?
before that.
Right,
It
right.
was,
Because he became pretty big, didn't he, in the kind of 80s and stuff.
yeah, no, no, it was before that. It was the early 80s.
Right.
And also, to be honest, it might have been the Police that me and Stephanie, the first gig me and Stephanie went
Okay.
to, might have been the Police at the Royal Court Theatre.
Right.
It's the same. So, but whatever, both of those gigs were mind blowing.
Yeah, I bet.
You
Yeah.
know,
And the Police would have been amazing live as well, I'm guessing.
oh, you would
Particularly
just
early 80s and stuff. They've been knocking it out.
well, yeah, because the thing he hadn't been a hit yet. What's it?
Roxanne.
Roxanne wasn't a
Yeah.
hit,
Ah, okay.
so I think it was just about to be released. But I wonder if he was supporting someone. But it was stunning. I
Yeah.
mean, those that was probably one of the best groups ever
Hmm.
in terms of like musicianship and for pop songs
Hmm.
they were genius.
And
That
they were
drummer.
very different as well, weren't they? That's the thing, you
Well,
know?
that's great. That's why they were
Yeah,
special
yeah,
because
yeah.
they didn't really come from punk, but they had that because of the reggae vibe. Dun, dun, dun.
Mm.
I mean, that's one of the greatest bass lines. You're a bass player. One of my greatest bass lines is uh, close to the edge.
Yes,
Uh, yeah, of the which I can't remember it now, but it's just a genius bass line. But that Walking on the Moon bass line is mega.
okay. I need to go
What's
back
your favorite bass line?
for anyone I can play, which isn't very many. That's another chat. All right, good stuff. Police, Robert Palmer, drummers. What about a bucket gig in the past that you wish you'd managed to get to? So
Oh, well,
like a
there's no
famous
doubt that
gig. Go
the
on.
Lamb Lies Down gig, I would have.
Genesis, right,
That would have been really special for, and also for me, I would have loved to. I never saw David Bowie,
right.
and I would have loved to have seen the Diamond Dogs tour
Mm,
with David Bowie
mm.
because I love that album. I love that album.
And he went from, I mean, it's a great answer because he did a big sort of almost a theatre tour of Diamond Dogs, but he then almost he changed into being a kind of showman
Yeah,
halfway through the tour. And by the end of it, he was doing like Philly Soul and stuff like
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah,
which was amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did see Bowie, but it was a wee bit later,
Right.
which was still fantastic. The Let's Dance tour, and
Wow.
he did like a greatest hits tour in about 90, I think maybe
Wow.
91, and he's iconic, isn't he? So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
stunning.
It's
Just a
a
genius.
shame he didn't see him, to be fair.
No, I was because I was frightened. So, for example, when I did Top of the Pops, I
Uh-huh.
was gutted. It was like, how if you want to kill something,
Right.
send a young kid from Liverpool to go on Top of the Pops because you go there and you're like, this is it.
Yeah.
And the vibe, you see the vibe, and you're like, you basically look behind the curtain and you're like, whoa,
And
this.
you're thinking like Starman and stuff, I guess, are you? And seeing Bowie on top of the pops and
Well, yeah, I'm
stuff.
thinking of
Yeah.
yeah, I'm thinking of Bowie and Dylan and not Dylan, forgot his name, the lad from T-Rex. But I'm thinking
Mark
of these
Bolan.
Mark Bolan, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of these. I'm I'm remembering the kind of connection I had with the people, the bands,
Yeah.
and but I never. I was so like locked in. I actually didn't acknowledge the environment, and so when I went to the environment. I was like horrified at how uh, uh this, so for example, this sounds a bit snobby, but like if you go to a working man's club,
Hmm.
you're not like you you're not expecting to see something really cultural,
Hmm.
like something really beautiful and culture. You just that's there to entertain people and just put a show on for people. And good, it's hard work and it's good, but it's a different vibe. And it was like going into a working man's club for to just be utilitarian rather than like a
Right.
kind of an aesthetic sort of dreamscape. It sounds weird the way I'm talking about it, but as a kid, probably because I wasn't mature enough or intelligent enough to process these things, but it was such a shock, and they stuck two girls next to me to ask,
Yeah.
La Palava, and it's just like, whoa,
Yeah.
it's just what planets am I on? I got off at the wrong stop.
But you were on the same stage as Bowie,
True,
you know?
true, and also I did a
Bolan
what's it?
and Brian Ferry and
Oh yeah,
whoever, so that you've got that.
well
So,
yeah, and also when I did Let's Rock It in London, was it the Wembley Arena?
hmm.
And people like Paul McCartney and Bowie and all those people had done it, so
Yeah.
that made me feel
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
made me feel good
Good.
to be around them, to be
Good.
around them.
Yeah, that's enough then. But they say you can't see everyone, but I think Bowie is a fairly popular pick for
Yeah,
people who didn't see him, and it totally makes sense.
yeah.
What about a gig that maybe you went to and it was better or worse than you thought it was going to be? You know, you went along with either high expectations and it tanked, or you went along and it was magic, but you didn't really expect it to be.
There's probably too many where I've gone along and it's tanked. I'm just going.
Give us an example then.
I'm just trying to. Um, feel bad saying it because I
Don't
like them,
don't
but
say it then.
everything but the girl. I went to see
Ah, all
everything but
right.
the girl.
Okay. Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, and I like them. I like the two. I like the the good people, great
Mm-hmm.
musicians. She's a great singer.
Yeah, amazing.
You
Yeah.
know, both super talents, but live it was just like grim. But no, that's me.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
That's me. And I wasn't keen on Sade either.
Okay.
Wasn't keen on it just
What, too slick and stuff, or
it just I can't explain it. Just
yeah,
I didn't feel a presence.
right.
So when you go to a gig, you want to feel. But I haven't said that though. There are other gigs like you go to see like I'll get battered for this, but you go to see the Libertines or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Tons of presents, but it's like what?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't. That tanked for me as well.
Yeah, I get
So
that.
so
Yeah.
I would be like, but a lot of people would jump on me for that. It's just like I just don't. It just doesn't touch me. It seems all mirage to me.
Yeah.
And oh, and Christy Berg. Oh, that super tank. That
Well,
super tanker.
I could ask you what you were doing there in the first place, Peter. Christopher.
Well, it was my fault. He was supporting Genesis.
Ah, right. Okay. Right.
So
We'll give you that.
Genesis, but that was Genesis with Phil Collins.
Right.
But I was horrified because there were people. I was with mates there.
Yeah.
In fact, and her name's Sandra True. So Sandra, if you're listening, shame on you because I was gutted because she loved. She was like, "You're loving this," and she's like, "Yeah, it's great. I'm going to buy the album when it comes."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is horrible. How can you say that you like Peter Gabriel and you like him as well?"
Yeah.
But
Well, it takes all sorts, right? That's music for you, isn't it?
yeah,
That's why we love it, I guess. All right, poor
yeah,
Christopher. My
yeah.
mate's a big
Sorry,
Christopher
Chris.
fan.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
Please
I'm sure
forgive
he's
me.
a great guy.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. I'm very
What
talented.
do you remember any gigs that you had a ticket to but you didn't get to?
Paul McCartney.
Oh, was that the
Don't
London gig? Oh man, what an answer that is.
think.
And had you seen him at all anywhere else or
Never.
no? Wow, that's not
And
good.
I was gutted,
I bet you were. Yeah,
gutted.
yeah. Big Beatles fan,
Well, the man's
genius, right?
I'd love to have met him just to sort of, but the thing is, I what you say, I love you. That's it. End of conversation. I love you.
Yeah,
But for me, like, some of the one of the greatest ever,
yeah,
one of the, and it's fantastic coming from Liverpool because you've got that rich, you just know you can never even pretend because the
yeah.
lads, I don't, again, I sound quite negative in this thing, but the Oasis, they've got a cheek, but they can be cheeky because they're from Manchester, so they don't really get it.
Yeah.
You could never get it in terms of, but when you come from Liverpool, you're never gonna reach those heights.
No, no, get that.
You
Yeah,
just, but you just think, well, bloody hell,
yeah.
what heights they were, great.
And also, I guess, I mean, all, Liverpool's got a great music scene, so in its own way, it must have been quite aspirational, I guess, to have that bar set so high that people were probably always aspiring to be a little bit closer to the Beatles, I guess. You
No,
know?
well,
No?
I would go even further. I would say it's so high you wouldn't even bother trying.
Right, okay,
So Oasis would try.
right,
Like, happy days, lads. Good luck with that, lads.
yeah,
Take good luck with that. I would suggest that anyone with any humility from Liverpool would just say
right,
no chance. Just
yeah.
don't even think it.
You're getting struck off a few guest lists here, Peter. I might add. So, you might be lucky in France. I had the pleasure of seeing McCartney just the
Wow,
once at Hampden, and it
wow.
was even better because I went with my wife Lorna and we took my two sons, Jack and Ross.
Wow.
who were young at the time, 9 and 7 or something like that. And
Wow.
yeah, it was special. Yeah, even for a big stadium venue, I think just to
Yeah.
see him really was, yeah, very special. So
Yeah, I mean, a true giant.
yeah, totally. Um, I'm interested in your answer to this one. Um, you remember any gigs where you missed your transport home, last bus, last train? I'm guessing lots, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lots. It's just,
yeah.
the amount of times, I'd be, I mean, I was so bad, like even my own gigs, I'd miss and I'd be getting the coach back with the fans. You know what I mean? Uh, so I'd that's pretty standard stuff
Right.
that
Okay. Yeah.
because I can't drive.
All right. Okay. Well, no, you've never driven.
No,
Okay.
that's the only thing I've got in common with that fella from Oasis. Oasis, what's his name?
Liam. No.
No, which one's the singer?
Liam.
Liam. So it's Noel. He can't
No.
drive
I
either.
didn't know that. Right.
No.
Okay.
So
But
Noel, if you're listening, and I've just slagged you off, we'll still work together, mate. I
you
can learn
can,
something from you, and you can learn something from me. Don't you worry about that.
you can share a cab. That's what you can
Yeah,
do.
he wouldn't pay for me.
No. He'll have a
He'd say,
show.
"Get the bus."
He'll have a chauffeur now, won't he? So
Yeah, he'll have a chauffeur, but he'd tell
yeah.
me to get the bus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. We've had loads of answers on, guys sleeping in bus shelters and stuff like that because,
Oh,
you
I
know,
used to hitch to it.
yeah.
Oh, I wonder if that was my first gig. Peter Gabriel. I used to hitch to Peter Gabriel gigs when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
And so that might have been my first gig.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem with Alzheimer's. You just don't remember
Mate,
stuff.
I
But
think you're doing very well. So,
I had about like 12 pence in my pocket and I'd be hitching to Newcastle
oh,
to the inn.
it's not round the corner, is it? Newcastle.
No, and that was for the DIY album.
Yeah.
Is a Pete?
Yeah.
No, it was the second one, wasn't it?
Second. Yeah. Okay. What about your favorite music festival?
Oh, WOMAD, the first
WOMAD.
one.
Right. Okay.
First one.
Were
I
you
saw,
were you there as a fan or were you playing there or
no, I was there as a fan.
as a fan? Right.
But so, I mean, how good was this? I met Peter Hamill,
Mm-hmm.
which was just like, just walking around.
Mm-hmm.
But, no one noticed him, but I, I noticed him because he's my hero.
Yeah.
Sam Corn and the Empty Stage is one of the greatest albums ever made.
Yeah.
And so that was just like genius for me. And I was shocked that he was smoking because I was thinking, how do you sing, mate, and smoke?
Yeah.
Because he's like a technical singer, him. And I saw Simple Minds, who were
Uh-huh.
mega.
Yeah.
And I saw the Burundi drummers.
All right. Okay. Back
And
to back to your drummers again.
yeah, but
Yeah.
oh my God, it just blew me away. It was just like nothing I'd ever seen
Yeah.
before. And the sound of it and I saw obviously Peter Gabriel, and I think
Yeah.
that's the first time I saw him do Biko with Phil Collins on drums.
Right. Okay.
And I'd
Yeah.
never heard it before because it wasn't out.
Ah, right. Okay.
I
Right.
don't think it was out. I, or was it, I can't remember. But
Especially anyway, wouldn't it? Hearing it live would be
it was the
amazing.
very first time I heard it live. That's definite. But I actually think it was before it was out.
Okay.
And it was oh, it's just seeing Phil Collins drum
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds
and
wonderful.
Tony Levin on bass.
And where was that, Peter? Do you remember?
Warmad in like Bath.
Ah, right. Okay. Right.
So me and the drummer from Jazz, we were in a band called the Jazz Babies, Steve Brown, and did Pete Davis come as well, the manager? But anyway, the two or three of us went down in a tent, no money, and went to the very first WOMAD, and it was just
Yeah.
immense, immense.
That sounds fantastic. Would that be the one of the questions we ask is the gig that you travelled the furthest to get to? Would that be that one, do you think, or would you?
It wouldn't be far off it.
Yeah.
Definitely goes from Liverpool to Bath. But I mean, to me, it was I I literally I can't remember the places I hitched for Gabriel, but I hitched
Mm.
all over the place. I was fearless. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm lucky to be alive. Mm.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
He who
yeah.
dares
Thank
wins
God.
and all that, right?
Yeah, thank God.
Absolutely. What else can we ask you? So, what about you mentioned about not seeing Bowie earlier on? Have you got a bucket gig that you're sort of still hoping to go to? Is there anyone that you've not seen but potentially could see that you've not seen yet?
Um, I would have loved to have seen Fleetwood Mac in the prime.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have seen Fleetwood Mac in the prime,
yeah.
but to be honest, I'd also love to go and see Stevie Nicks. You know, like a solo,
A
like if
solo?
I, a solo gig, like but like a kind of piano gig.
Yeah,
I'd,
not the big arena tours and stuff, right?
no, no, like yeah, like a just head and piano.
Yeah.
I would have loved, to be honest. I would have loved to have seen because it upsets me this about Prince. The fact that um, so I think he started taking drugs around about the mid 80s because of pain to his
Mm-hmm.
joints and that,
Hmm.
and um, and so but he carried that's why he carried on because so as he could be like this super flexible dancer. But I wish he'd have just said, you know what, I'm going to tell the truth and say, look, my body's wrecked. I'm just going to sit at the piano or the guitar and play some tunes and be
Yeah,
like laid back and mellow. And
yeah,
I would have loved to have seen him do that because he'd still be alive today. But uh, but I would have loved to have seen a gig where he does that.
yeah, yeah.
Not the
I
big,
do. Yeah. I did. Do you know the end? Excuse me. The end when he passed away. That's
yeah.
what he was doing. He was doing a piano tour.
Was he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
And so
oh,
he very quickly he played. He was playing somewhere in America, and he was quite ill one night. So they had to cancel the gig. But he rescheduled it for a couple of days later. So on that same day, he played the gig he was going to play, and he played the other gig on the same day at
oh,
the piano, and he could two set lists, and I don't think there's any overlap with the songs. I think he
right.
plays like 50 songs or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all individual songs, and that wasn't that long before he passed away, but it was just at the piano. There's really nice, there's some bootlegs kicking about of a couple of the songs, Purple Rain and
Really?
one or two, yeah, yeah, very
Well, I
very
mean,
sad, but
yeah.
genius, right?
Fentinel's just got a lot to answer
It
for.
has, mate. Yeah, it
A
has.
lot of,
Yeah.
mm,
Okay.
heartbreaking.
All right. Cool. I might know the answer to this one. What about the band or the artist that you've saw the most?
Well, yeah, yeah, it is. It must be Gabriel.
Gabriel, right?
Yeah, must be Peter Gabriel.
Yeah.
Solo. I've seen Genesis a couple of times, but I've seen Gabriel lots.
Yeah.
He's basically it's his fault I'm involved in music. It's his fault I'm skint. And I sent him a letter as well. I don't know if you know. I sent him a letter, when I was no, I didn't send him a letter. I sent him the tape of
Ah,
when we
right.
were in the Jazz Babies,
Yeah.
and he got back to me and said the band are great, singer's a bit grim. He needs to do more different sounds like whistle and strange noises. I was
Ah.
absolutely devastated, but delighted that he was so sweet to actually write back,
Yeah.
so kind.
Ah. And they say you should never meet your heroes, right?
Well, if I have met him, I should have
Ah,
said,
right. Right.
well, in Newcastle, when that Newcastle gig when I was,
Yeah,
oh
when
no,
you hit.
that was before I was in the band, so I couldn't ask him then.
Right.
So I've not met him since that, but I'd love to say to him, hey you.
Yeah. What was all that about? Yeah. I'm sure he remembers.
Well, no, he won't. But at least whatever his name is, Mike Rutherford said,
Uh-huh.
um, uh, it's the best voice he's heard in the last couple of years. So when First Picture View was out,
Ah, okay. Wow.
and
That's good. I like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But then the next week, Elvis Costello said they are the epitome of everything that I hate about music, and I was devastated because we did Top of the Pops with him.
Yeah. He
Uh,
didn't say that to you at top of the pops, did he?
No, he was
No.
furious because I was in a. It's dead. We were in. There were two phone boxes upstairs,
Right.
So whatever his name was singing "Everybody Wants Your Love" or whatever. What's his name? Frankie Valli.
Da-da, da-da, da-da,
What?
give it up.
Yeah. The,
KC and the Sunshine Band.
yeah. So what?
Right.
So oh yeah. So while he's rehearsing his tune for that, me and Elvis are in the phone booths that are
Uh-huh.
like little old, like.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so he's phoning his manager saying, "Oh, you know, there's not enough sales in Holland or whatever." He's kicking off. It's
Yeah.
like all like, where's me, where's me, what's me numbers, what's
Yeah.
and he's just kicking off. And I'm phoning my mum saying, "Hiya, mum, I'm on top of the pops."
Very
But
good.
yeah,
It's all about perspective, isn't it?
well, he just wasn't happy anyway.
Yeah.
But and to be honest, he slagged off Sting and the Police. So to be honest, I'm glad he slagged us off.
Right. Okay.
I'm glad. Even
Honorable.
though, even though I do like, what's it called? Shipbuilding is one of the
Hmm.
greatest songs ever written, as far as
Yeah.
I'm concerned.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Genie's song,
There's
and
a.
also Chelsea.
I don't want to go Chelsea. Yeah. I mean,
Mm.
some of his songs are amazing. To be fair. Yeah.
Oh no, he's a
Watching
genius.
detectives and a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh,
Right.
watching the detectives, yeah, he's a
He
genius.
is a bit Marmite, I think, as a personality. I think there is a bit of a sort of backstory to him that
I
he's.
think you need that because, like, if you've got that, people like you more. They respect you. They think, "Oh, he must be good."
Yeah. Yeah. I get that. Yeah.
Whereas if you're like Del Boy like me, it's like, it's just like he can't do he can't do stuff. He's just a chancer.
Very good. So let me ask you, you've talked about a lot of other bands then. So, go ahead, ask you a question about your own stuff then. What would you say was the favourite gig that you ever did as a performer?
Uh,
Or a memorable, maybe favourite's not fair, but one
memorable,
that jumps out at
memorable.
you.
Um, well, this is quite funny. I shouldn't be memorable for the right reasons, but
Okay.
it is it is memorable because so uh, I did I ran dance clubs in the late
Yeah,
80s.
yeah.
Because yeah, and I just did, and I had a guy called Gerald on, who so he was headlining, and I needed a support slot, so
Hmm.
I asked bands in Liverpool, I can put it out there. We need a dance, but it needs to be a dance group to support. But everyone who got back in touch was all Bunnymen. It was all Bunnymen and
Yeah,
Bicycle Works and
yeah,
just
yeah,
all
yeah.
in the same thing. So I basically had a week. So I created a band called the Donny and Marie Handbag Revolution, and it was it was like, so we just basically put something together where we were just jamming over dance grooves and I was just like, so I was everything that I hated as a singer. I was this full on personality ego monster
Yeah.
and dominant, and just like, I'd throw sweets into the audience and say, "Sweets, bastards," and I was everything I hated about humanity.
Right.
People loved it.
Yeah. So you were almost playing like an alter ego or something, right?
It
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
proper. It was basically, I was, and it was, but it was so shocking because, like, even people loved it, and I was just absolutely, because they asked us to go on to Hitman and Hair,
right.
and I said, I can't. I'll just become that horrible
Yeah,
monster.
yeah,
I just couldn't. Too dangerous.
yeah. So was that just a one-off then?
No, we only yeah, basically once we said no to the Hitman and Head, we were finished.
Right.
But so we did about 5, 6 gigs. I mean, they were wild and they were good. I'm glad I did them. Um, um, but it was a shock.
Yeah, I
And
bet.
in terms of a gig, a memorable gig. See, I'm the wrong person to ask. A, because I've got no memory, and B, it, it, it
So
I mean,
I thought you were going to say playing in Guruk in 1984 at, at the Bay Hotel in Janie's, where I had the pleasure of being there. So
but could you? I literally can't. So, how long were we any good?
you were great. You
Were
played,
we?
I don't know, a dozen songs maybe, probably most of your album, I'm guessing.
Right. What year
Obviously,
was it about?
84, middle of 84. We
And
saw the
and
we saw the Bluebells at about the same time. I think their first album was just coming out or was out about
great.
the same time. That's why I can date check it a bit for you. So
And what was that like? So, for example, and don't please just say because
yeah,
we're old now. None of it matters. None of it matters. So when you're in the audience, what was I like as a singer? Was I shy? Was I
you
what
were
was it boring?
you were pretty cool, I think. But you loved yourself. But that was okay because the band looked. I was mid 80s, wasn't it? That was the kind
Yeah,
of look really at the time.
yeah.
That was fine. It was really busy. I remember that.
Was
Because
it
I guess
busy?
you had your hit and stuff, didn't you? So you get a lot of people coming along, don't you, to
Yeah,
see. But you sounded fine. I mean,
yeah,
and there was a lot of bands come through that time, and they were all, Bluebells, for example, they're a great band.
yeah,
They're very good musicians and stuff like that, and
yeah.
you were fine. You held your own, so
Cool.
that was
And
okay.
what was the vibe like in the crowd? Did we
Well,
go down okay?
it went down fine. Obviously, we were visiting the bar quite a lot
Yeah,
through the night, but but that could be any band to be fair,
yeah,
So, it was fine, mate, and it was great that he's came down. We loved getting bands local. It was quite important, isn't it, to see bands in your local area? So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, we travel to Glasgow a lot for gigs, but it's nice. Gourock's it's about half an hour away, maybe 40 minutes. So,
From Glasgow.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get people down there. It's not there anymore. Bay Hotel get knocked down.
But did we play in Glasgow as well?
I didn't see you there, Peter. I'm sure you would have done. He probably played like one of the student unions or something like that, would be my
Oh
guess.
yeah, yeah,
QMU or somewhere like that. But
yeah. I
I
think we
didn't see
played
you in Glasgow.
Edinburgh as well.
I'm sure. I mean, you were all over the place. You played like France and Italy and all that, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We
So,
did. But I mean, that was our first. Were we? At the Bay Hotel, were we supporting Big Country?
great question. No, I think you were just playing yourself, I think, from memory.
Were we?
I think so. Yeah. I don't remember another band that night.
No,
No.
because
You played with them a few times, right?
yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm still working with Mark.
You still went with Mark, right, don't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the
Chipper.
prog stuff
Yeah.
that we do, ESP.
ESP project. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know,
No, it was great, mate. And yeah, we loved it. And I think, if I had to rank all the Janie's gigs over that few years, you certainly wouldn't be at the bottom.
oh
So,
bless you.
but
Thank you.
yeah, that's a
Thank you.
compliment. I
That's
won't I
bless.
won't I won't tell you who it would be because I wouldn't get anyone else on the podcast then. Okay, talking about going to different venues and stuff. So what would you say as a fan? What would you say was your favourite live music venue?
Um, well, that is interesting.
Or the one that's got maybe the most emotional connection to you, or that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, because you don't really. I remember seeing the Swans at the Mardi Gras,
Uh-huh.
and that was mad. That was brilliant because it was a small gig,
Uh-huh.
but the PA was bigger than the gig. You know what I mean? And that was, you know, that was loud.
Yeah, I bet.
And I saw Hawkwind at the university. I wonder, what? I think maybe Liverpool University. I liked that as a gig. Now I know it didn't have a vibe, but it's where I saw Bauhaus first.
Yeah.
And you're just seeing Bela Lugosi's dead.
Yeah.
You're not coming back from that.
Right, okay.
You're not coming back.
Good.
And
And if it's
I remember,
a student union gig, it'll be all hot and sweaty as well, won't it? And
oh well, it was mega.
yeah. Yeah.
you know, but I saw Hawkwind in the smaller student union gig,
Right.
and I mean, how lucky is that? Hawkwind, a genius. That's my first album, Space Ritual. That's the first,
All
and
right.
and
Cool.
179 it was.
179.
Triple album, I think it is as well.
Oh, well, what's that? 60 pence or
Yeah,
60 pence a side or something, isn't it? That's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
But I mean, and also I saw Pete Wylie. So, in fact, that might have been when did he support Bauhaus? So Pete Wylie, and he did this thing which was dead exciting. So, he did 7 Minutes to Midnight, which is a
Yeah.
great tune,
Yeah. Yeah.
really great tune. And then, and then he then went into this monologue, and but it was exciting because he he went out of the structures of music. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It was free. That's why anyone who jams live, it's exciting because
Mm.
when they don't stick to the program and because it's sometimes you go to one of the reasons why a lot of bands tank for me is because it's like going to mass.
Yeah.
It's too. It's you can just see them going through the
Yeah.
motions.
Of
I
course.
want to see them get it wrong. I want to see them uh, go freeform a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Totally.
why I've seen Bowie live on YouTube and that, and I can see him trying to rewrite the song
Yeah.
as he's live. I can see him because I know that's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can because when you write songs, you can't stop yourself thinking, I wonder if there's something else I could try. You
Yeah.
just can't. And I wish more bands did that. And but Pete Wylie was one of the first people to show me that. Um, um, just it just so it was just like a massive middle eight or whatever. But he
Yeah.
then just did this rant over it,
Yeah.
and because he's a very forceful, colourful personality. He's a
Yeah.
big, big,
Still is.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's,
Yeah. I haven't managed to get him on yet, but he's on the list. I'll track him
yeah.
down at some point and get
Well,
him on.
tell him I said nice things about him, so
Oh,
we
I
should.
will do that.
There's
That'd
a,
be
there's a
lovely.
great picture. Tell him Peter said there's a great picture of the two of us coming out of Liverpool Library, and we've both got you allowed 15 books,
Uh-huh.
and both of us are coming out with 15 books, and that if that doesn't scream muso,
Yeah.
there's nothing else. So yeah, it's a picture of us both holding our library tickets with all the books,
Very good.
and but if, because that's what a muso is. They just soak stuff
Soak
up
it in. Yeah. Yeah.
to try,
Totally.
and so as you can try and do something new.
I'll tell him that for sure. Hopefully, I'll persuade him to come on. I've had the pleasure of seeing Springsteen live quite a few times.
Wow.
And the reason I'm sharing that with you is that the way he keeps himself fresh is that he calls out songs to the band.
Yeah.
So every night will be a bit different to the night
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So everyone's on their toes. And obviously, as he gets older, he does it a wee bit less because obviously,
Yeah.
he's not got the same movement and
Yeah.
stuff. But his recall's amazing. And
Yeah.
every gig you come back for, like, even if you see him on like a summer tour, you could go 2 or 3 times because every night will be a bit different.
Yeah.
Whereas if I go and see one or two other bands that I love, but I
Yeah.
couldn't see them more than once on a tour
Yeah.
because it'll be the same the next night and the
Yeah.
night
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
definitely
very
because I
cool.
think there's no I mean he's he's a genius in because he kind of even when he does covers he
Yeah,
makes it his own. He's
he
just
does.
got this natural way of doing things. He's so distinctive, and he's written so
So
many
many. Yeah,
mega songs.
good guy.
Yeah.
Absolute good guy. Okay, a couple of
Uh,
hard ones to finish then. So, as a fan, what would you say would be your favorite ever gig? Number one
Number one gig
that you ever went to?
that changed my life.
Change your life.
Can I do two?
You can do two.
Right. Peter Gabriel when I said the Empire, Peter, I love you, and he shouted back, I love you back, I love you
Ah,
too.
ah.
So that was very sweet because there was a lad shouting it. So a lad shouldn't be shouting, I love you in a gig.
True.
Number one,
Yeah,
and and the fact that he said I love you back to me
Yeah,
because he didn't know my situation, but that meant the world to me.
yeah,
So that was important.
that's great. We'll give
And
you that.
but and Freddie Mercury at the Empire.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
Well, playing
Queen.
with Queen or
Yeah,
with Queen, right?
Queen at the
Okay,
Empire. Seeing because once you see him, it's a bit like the Beatles.
right.
Like you just you don't get any better than that
Like
than
as a showman, as a performer. Yeah,
unbelievable,
yeah.
unbelievable. Just so human and so warm and loving
Mm.
and so incredibly technical as well. But just stunning, stunning. And sorry, let me have three. Kate as well. Kate was special.
Kate Bush.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
very
Never
special.
seen Kate Bush. She would be my bucket list because she's obviously still, semi-active.
Yeah.
So one day she's only toured twice ever in her whole career. So fingers crossed that she'll do one more.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah,
so. She's a
yeah,
genius.
total genius, wonderful. And of course,
Mm.
Gabriel and Bush have got a connection, haven't they? So
Yeah, yeah. Well, they're from the same mold
they are,
almost.
yeah, they
Just,
are.
they just do their own thing.
No, it's fantastic. We'll give you that turned out to be three, so we'll give you no more than that, okay?
Sorry,
And the
sorry.
last one is one live album that everyone should have a copy of.
Is it red or is it? Oh, it's difficult. Can I have two?
You'll
So,
end up
because
with you'll end up with three, won't you?
no, no, no.
No,
Just but which one is it? Is it red or USA? The King Crimson, live.
I don't
Uh,
know.
It's either red or USA.
Right.
I think it's I think USA is Red Live. So but whatever, it's got John Wetton on bass, who's a
Uh-huh. Yeah, with
genius
John Wetton.
and singer. That's got to be me number one album,
Okay.
live album. I'll never get over that. Never
Okay.
get over that. And what was the other thing I wanted to say? What was the question?
You had
Sorry.
two live album. You've one live album everybody should have a copy of.
Oh yeah, and so David Bowie's uh,
David Bowie live.
David Light, yeah,
Yeah, David
is
live.
there's a version of um um Blackout, right? There's a version of Blackout, and the intro is much better than the album.
Right. Okay.
So I just it's like kind of the first 2 minutes of that tune live is
Mega.
just genius. I just I literally want to loop that.
That might
It's
be I think that might be the stage album.
stage. It is.
Yeah.
It's the stage. Where you're good. It's the stage. Well
Yeah.
done.
Love
And
that.
that the beginning part with the Carlos Alomar
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
on guitar
Yeah.
of Blackout is genius.
Mm. It's a
Never
wonderful
get
album
over that.
because he does like a side each is like there's a Ziggy side and there's a
Yeah,
station to station side and
yeah.
it's very well done. Yeah.
Station to Station's a great
Oh,
album.
could be here all day talking about Bowie, right?
I
So
know. Sorry, sorry.
good. Well, that's good. I mean, the King Crimson. I think that's the first time we've had those guys recommended for an album. So it's nice to keep putting different things into
Yeah,
the chat because we will obviously tag this when we talk about it
yeah.
on YouTube and stuff,
Cool.
which is really good.
But
So
just check it. It's either Red or USA. Which which one of those
John
two?
Wetton,
They both got John Wetton on,
John's on
but
them both, right?
one's live, one's studio, and
Okay,
I
we'll
think
we'll check that out then for
yeah,
the podcast and stuff. That's magic.
yeah.
Okay, that's all the questions done. So that wasn't too painful, was it?
No, Brit, I'm so sorry. A bit of a like an Alzheimer, a
Oh,
lot of Alzheimer
kidding.
moments and all that. And
You you did just fine, better than most of us, you know. And what else? What are you up to at the moment? I know you did some gigs recently, didn't you?
yeah, just
Yeah,
played in Liverpool, which was nice. That meant a lot to me.
yeah.
Um,
Have you got anything
um,
else coming up, or what
yeah,
you?
I've got. I mean, I'm yeah, I've got like, I don't know if it's going to be a novel or a podcast, but I'm
Okay,
writing one, but not like a kind of a not an autobiography, because the
Right.
first line would be "I'm bored already." Uh, but no, a story. It's a thriller.
Interesting.
Hopefully it's a thriller. And what else am I doing? I'm just about to start a new ESP album
Okay.
that came out in June. I've got a single coming out in September the 26th.
Of your own.
Oh, yeah, of
Okay.
me. That's the Lulu Time Machine, and that's actually so Louise Brooks is one of my heroes,
Hmm.
uh, and she released her first film 100 years ago, and this song is to celebrate Louise Brooks. It's called the
Okay.
Lulu Time Machine, and that's track one, and track two is Daydreams, which is with Martin Ware.
Okay. Yeah. So, because
Um,
you've done some stuff in the past before with Martin, haven't you?
yeah. We've
Yeah.
done quite a bit. To
Yeah.
be honest, I have to stop myself phone. In fact, I have to stop myself phoning Martin up and saying, because I would love us to do like a kind of what's that group called? Daft Punk.
Uh-huh.
I would love
Yeah.
us, and hopefully Glenn would do it with us as well.
Yeah.
But like I would love us to do like a kind of a Daft Punk just like a pop, real pop bubblegum escape, nothing political, nothing real,
Hmm.
just kind of fun and physical and dancey.
Well, when I put the podcast out, I'll tag Martin in, right?
Yeah,
And just give him a wee clip of it somewhere so that
yeah.
he can either just bin it or he or he
So,
or he might just send you a wee message. You never know, right?
yeah. Well, he'll probably just say he's just too busy
Too
because
busy. He's always
yeah,
too
because
busy. Yeah,
we all are. We just all are. But
we are.
it's just. But I think it's good to it's getting to the the end of the road, so it's good to have as much fun as possible
Yeah,
before it's curtains.
absolutely. We only
Just
get
raise
one
the
go, don't we?
glass.
Yeah,
Well,
we only get one go at it. So,
exactly.
okay, well, look out for that coming out in September, and I guess it'll be on the socials and stuff, Facebook and what have you.
Well, I'll send it to you now.
Perfect.
Afterwards, I'll send it to you
Yeah,
now.
do that. That'd be lovely.
And it's been great speaking to you, Brian. I had a really nice time. I hope I
Pleasure.
didn't slag too many people off. I didn't mean to.
Oh, there's only 10 or 12, I think. Yeah, not too bad. I'll be getting phone calls
Oh,
from the
sorry,
lawyer. No,
sorry.
listen, absolute pleasure, all a bit of fun. And I can't thank you enough for your time, Peter. So that was live music and me with Peter Coyle. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Brian.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.